welcome back to another episode of CAWDaily. And today we have Zack Sanchez. Before we get into the show, go check out GPW Grand Prix Wrestling at GPW_live on Twitter for all your wrestling needs. So today we have a couple of topics to go over. We're going to be talking about his core, and then we're going to be talking about his opinion on core relationships, and I'll be going into detail of that later on. And so yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. Episode 4 of CAWDaily. Welcome back, everybody, to CAWDaily. We have Zack Sanchez. Say hi, Zack.
Hello there.
Yeah, so this is episode 4 of CAWDaily. We just had Crazy J and Thomas Starr. That episode will be going out before this one. So this is episode 4. We're rolling these ones out, and we've managed to get Zack Sanchez on here to talk about a couple of stuff. So let's go ahead, Zack, and let's start with your first, I guess, when you first found out about the core community, and then kind of your core's journey up until this point. So why don't you just go ahead and tell us a little bit about that?
All right. So what really got me into core? Well, first, I was always making like a character somewhere like around like 09 through 13 till this point. You know, I didn't know anything about, you know, if there was other stuff out there, and I didn't even know there was a community back then. All I did was just, you know, play universe mode, Road to WrestleMania, you know, the good stuff that, you know, the old WWE games had.
In SmackDown vs. Raw. Oh man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, those were
good
definitely
stuff.
Good games.
Yeah.
You know, I always loved playing with the story design, making my own stories, all that good stuff. Then there was one day that honestly that I was very curious. I was like, because I saw that when I started watching like YouTube a whole lot more. Before, I didn't watch YouTube as much as right now. I was like, oh, okay, there's like gaming stuff. I wonder if there's WWE stuff. Looked at it, found a lot of people, YouTubers, and I was like, you know what? Then I realized, do they have a league show or whatever? Till I find out the first show that I actually watched that had sim was the FAM Rumble, the last one in 2K14.
So FAM's been going on for quite a while then, because I think it's had like, how many Famiversaries has there been? Like, is there 5?
Man, there's been 4.
Is it 4?
4 Famiversaries.
Right, yeah. So it's been around for quite a while then. So you found out like that was the first show you found, or like the first proper like show you found?
Like, it was like the first thing I ever saw.
Okay, yeah.
Then,
you got a good impression then.
Yeah. Then they came later down the road. I found out PlayStation was having like communities, and there were leagues going on. Like, you know, if you were in the clan for online competitive and everything. I first decided to join in a place called TCF, which was called the Colliding Forces. It was something that was very much unexperienced with, because I only played offline. Of course, when you play online for the first time, I think you're gonna get squashed.
Yeah, with any, like, I remember when I first like found out about online, like on some games, because like people don't know this, but even on PS2 there was the ability to play online, but I didn't even know about it. So when I got my PS3, like, I used to play just offline games, and then I think the first game I actually played online was one of the WWE games. And oh my god, like, this, just before you keep on going, just a little funny story. So there was like, obviously you could have voice chat on these games, like in the matches, and I was up against this German kid, and I was trying to speak to him, but I didn't have a mic or anything, and I thought you could yell. I literally thought you could yell into your like speakers, and like it would work as a mic. But yeah, so that was my experience with the first online thing. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting leap. You always get I used to get absolutely destroyed by like 100+ overall rated online, man. It was horrible.
Yeah, see, I didn't even. You see there, I didn't even know that PS2 even had online as like. I only saw was internet browser. That was about it. And when you couldn't go further, I'm not gonna lie, I had really corny names when I became, you know, who I am today. Like, the first name was, you know, like back in the THQ games, it was like, cause you know, when you're 10 or 11 years old, you're gonna think of corny names. So I had like Rampage Killer was the first name. Yeah.
Nice one.
then it came to WWE 2K15, which created that's where I finally started off my online, which I came another corny one, Beast Boy.
Oh my god!
And
What did you think of 2K15? Because a lot of people didn't like it. Like there was a lot of people thought it was quite lackluster when it came to creation and stuff.
I felt like when 2K15 came out, I felt like I don't know for what reason, it was, how can I say this? It was becoming one of the most exciting games ever for next gen because it was actually had good graphics.
Yeah, the graphic, that was one thing that everyone always says. Like the graphics for 2K15 were like immense. It was such a leap from what people were used to in wrestling games. Like it was huge.
Oh yeah. Then till I found out, because I remembered like when I first got it for PS4, I saw everything was taken out, and I was like, why would 2K ever do that? I mean, I don't get me wrong. I played the game. I had no problem with the 2K showcase, but I just find it, you know, a little bit weird that 2K would take that stuff off when everything was on 2K. 2K14.
Yeah, they took a lot of stuff out, but I think that was just because of like the leap from the previous generation console to now this new generation, and obviously it's not as easy as just like transferring something over. Like they have to probably recreate everything, and finally now after a good decent amount of years, they're nearly back up to what we had in the games of like 2K14 and WWE13. So they're slowly getting there.
Yeah, it's getting up there, and I just not a fan that this year that they also took out a bit of cutscenes as well. So
they did. I'm not sure why they did that. There wasn't even cutscenes on launch. They added them in later with a patch. So
yeah,
I guess we'll never know why 2K does that kind of stuff, but I'm sure there is valid reasons for it.
Yeah. So on to 2K15. You could say a lot about me in online because I was such an a-hole. Because when it came to losing matches, I would rage so much and quit a lot. I would quit so many times. And like, I hate this place. I don't want to come back. Da 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 da. Then all of a sudden, it's just, okay, I'm bored. I want to come back.
Yeah, that happens with a lot of people.
Around December of 2016, I'm sorry, still 2015, FAM decided to, make Cyber Fam Day. Watching it actually was really good. It had a shocking ending about Andy Badwell the shocking ending, I'm sorry, about Black Heron and 2TM teaming up together, which they also announced about review competition. I was like, screw it. I'm going to make my first review because the review competition was if you win this competition, you at least get to be on a show on FAM. I done that so many times. It took about almost 2 years to get that done. So when it came to the FAMI Awards to 2K16, I finally did my review. I was like, you know what? I've been doing this for far too long. I'm gonna give up on it if I don't get this win because who's gonna keep trying when you really can't do it anymore?
Yeah, but I'm sure you'd through doing it so much, you probably improved quite a lot, like over the amount of times you've done it.
A month later, January, I come out of my school, which I go to a church school. I'm listening to music, minding my own business. Then I got a message, and I got a message that was from Cameron Bash.
Ah, yeah. I had a moment like that recently. I've had a message from Mr. Bash. I got it, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, what does he want? And
he's telling me, hey, man, I'll let you know that you're the review competition winner for the FAMI Awards. And my God, did I ever lose my mind when that happened?
Yeah, man. I bet that felt
because
proper
I was
good.
Like, wow.
Like all those years you've been trying to do it, and then it finally, and the last time you thought you were going to do it, finally pays off. So if you win, you get to be on the show. Is that how it worked?
Yeah, it was good to be on the show, but before that, I didn't know. I thought you could be full time, but boy, was I was so wrong on that too. Because he lets me know. He's like, hey, can I have your call? Need the music. I need all that, and I'm like, okay. he doesn't tell me who my opponent was. So on the day that they released a tweet on who they said it was, I was in shock because what got me to watch FAM was 2TM, and they announced that 2TM was my opponent.
That's pretty crazy.
And I was like, holy
That's pretty crazy.
smokes.
What a coincidence.
Oh, yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, the person that got me watching, honestly, was Merc, and everybody. That's where everything popped for me on my Twitter. Zack Sanchez made his debut on FAM, and I made a whole lot of friends.
All right, yeah. So just to wrap things up before we get into the other topics, are you a champion in any federations right now at all or anything?
I'm currently 2 world champions in WTX and COH.
Oh, wait. So you're champion in COH right now then?
Yep.
That's pretty cool. They're pretty big. That's good going then. So you're definitely pretty popular then with the core community, I'd say, if you're up there. Well, then anyway, you said you got the Roman heat, so maybe not.
Yeah, exactly. Because when it came to winning the title, like before winning the COH title, I've lost so many times.
Yeah.
So many times. And the guy who was champion, his name was Dirty Sanchez as well.
Oh,
so people were making up story allegations. Oh my God, it's Dirty Sanchez, the father of Zack Sanchez. And everything. I'm like, no, yeah. I end up winning. I won a lot of things after that. People were not happy after
so you're literally the Roman Reigns of the core community.
It's legit starting to become Roman heat. But then again, I hated it at first because it was like, why the hell are these people turning on me all of a sudden? I didn't even do nothing. But then again, now you start to get passed over it and you got to accept it. And it's all about having fun. And it's all it is now.
I suppose, like, it's better than having no heat at all because at least people know about you and like at least people care in some way, even if they are having heat.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's go ahead and get into this first topic, a very spicy topic.
Okay.
And
all right.
I use that with the lightest of terms because it could be seen as something else. Anyway, yeah. So core relationships, people in core community, pretty much getting into relationships and stuff. I'm not sure if you're in one. You can
I am actually.
Okay, yeah, so
I am actually.
This is good then because I want to get your opinion on it because there's to me because I'm a bit of an outsider looking in because I'm not fully in the core community. I'm not fully integrated. I don't spend all my I don't say all my time, but like I don't spend my time on a fake. I don't even want to say fake on like a character's Twitter or anything because I don't really do that stuff. So as an outsider looking in, like a relationship in the core core kind of thing, core community to me seems kind of weird to me, but that's just to me because I'm not I'm not part of it. So I just want to know, first of all, what do you think about core relationships? Do you think that they're just strictly role play like RP, or do you think sometimes people actually start to get feelings for this other person?
Okay, yeah. I mean, when it comes to RP relationships and stuff, it depends on how you take it. If it's a guy, if it's you, for example, that's doing it, and if you're doing it with the other guy, of course, it depends if the guy is gonna ask, are you comfortable by doing this? As long as they're keeping it in character, not making things too weird.
Yeah.
When it comes to a guy and guy, I believe that there's no reason to get deeper into the RP. Just say that you're in an RP relationship and keep it moving. Just don't chat too much about it. I mean, there are some. I mean, I only know one exactly that actually became a relationship. Well, yeah, there's actually 2 people in the community. The people in the community that have gone from RP to a real thing.
It does show that, I guess, even though the core community does have, its dramas and stuff, but there are like some good things going on. Like people are meeting each other, they're making friends, they're forming relationships. But like the thing that I always have found a bit weird is when there's people trying to catfish other people. There's people there's trying to deceive people. That's the weird side of it to me.
Yeah.
And
I completely understand.
You're in is this just a core relationship or
no? At first it was a call thing, then it became a real thing.
All right, and then I assume that this because I have to ask this because I am just as confused as I don't know how many people are like in the core community are like actually female, because it's very hard to tell.
No, this one. Yeah, when I met this girl, which her name, by the way, Nicole Hale, it was in an RP chat, but it wasn't one of those weird things that, that you go too deep on it. It was just, regular, like if it's a trip or whatever, that's about it. It was like a Paris, France chat and everything, and I met Nicole, and I was like, oh, she seems cool to talk to. I'm gonna see if she's interested to do an RP relationship, only to keep it in character and stuff.
Yeah.
And at first, in the chat, dummy me didn't realize that, in character wise she was engaged and stuff. And I was like, oop. Oh, well then. But no, then when it came to, she talked to someone about it, and then she was like, I'll go to Zack and everything. And that person didn't have a problem with it. So
things are so easy in the core world.
Exactly. But the thing was, though, I was a little bit scared because I was like, wait a minute, I don't know, I'm not too sure if I don't know if I picked a lady or not.
Yeah, there's because it's hard to tell. It is hard to tell because
it is.
Man, there's some people who are really dedicated to like pretending to be females. Man, it's hard to tell.
Yeah. Then I heard. Then I went to Nicole's Twitch channel. Then I realized that Nicole was actually a female. Going down past months, people were always like, Zack and Nicole, when are you guys going to really get together? Because each time that we did a story RP thing, it kind of was like, Then we just started buying each other gifts for Valentine's Day, and I bought one for her birthday too. Then everybody was like, okay, all right, what's going on over here?
So there we go. Let's go ahead and get to these ending topics. Do you have any in-character call-outs you would like to do to a federation or a core that you want to fight?
Well, I already have a fight coming up, so and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen in July 29th, and it's gonna be the first time ever that me and this guy ever went at it, and that is Mr. Danny Lozano.
Ooh.
So, I want him to go ahead and listen up closely. Lozano, you may be one hell of a competitor out in CWA, GTW, and other places, hell, even my Fed, but you never went up a guy like me. You only have one person that can give you one hell of a fight. And I'm going to make sure that when you go one-on-one with me, I'm going to make sure that I shut your mouth. Lozano, I want you 100% best. I don't want no excuses when it comes to brawl for it all.
Boom.
There you go.
Boom. There we go. I think that was the best one that's ever happened on here, and we only had 4 shows. That was great. That was sick.
Thank you.
Hey, yeah, no, so yeah,
Thank you.
tune in, guys. That's going to be a great fight. When is it again? On the July or June? Or
July 29th, and of course Thomas Starr is the one that's going to be it's going to be the one hosting this show.
Anyways, so we have talked about your core, your journey. I didn't even know you were the COH champion. Like, I didn't even know that, so that was a surprise to me. I should have known. And then we talked about relationships in the core community. What is your Twitch, just so people know if they wanna come and watch?
If they want to come and watch, they can follow our Twitter at Universal World W. It is the UWW network. We are a PS4 and Xbox One eFed, and we have our huge first ever cross-branded pay-per-view coming up on Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern, and I don't have the rest of the times, but all the information right there is right in the Twitter page, and you can follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/at universal. No, I'm sorry, at UWW_network, and we also have a YouTube channel too. For those that missed the Twitch, it'll be uploaded straight to YouTube.
Awesome. There we go, guys. So if you want to check that out, just go over to all of those links. Check the Twitter. That's where you want to go. That's where all the information is being put. So that sounds like it's gonna be a good show. Anyways, I think that's it. I think that's been a great little episode. We've got a lot of topics covered there, so that was really, really good. And I think people will enjoy it, especially after this break that I've had from uploading these. So just again, Zach, thank you for coming on, mate. It was an absolute pleasure to have you on the show.
Anytime.
And I look forward to possibly coming into that pay-per-view of yours and taking a little look. And maybe even seeing a match in COH if I can remember that you're in it. Oh my goodness.
Okay. This sounds good, man. Sounds good.
All right, mate. Well, thank you. And I will see you very, very soon. There we go, guys. Zack Sanchez. What a great guy. Really, really cool guy. Seems like an absolutely nice fella. So, Seamus, there you go. So there you go. Again, at DailyCore on Twitter. At DailyCore on Twitter. If you want to get involved, send us a DM. And I will make sure to get right back to you and get you on the show. See you in the next episode.
Give it up for my city.